Hello and welcome to the High or Lows podcast, a new Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition actual play podcast set in the world of Taraz. I'm Phil Martin, your dungeon master, and with me is Ash.
Brachicero here. Welcome all.
We also have Laurie.
Hello, Callum here.
Then we have Lizzie.
Hey, it's Thistle.
Mimbo is next.
Yeah, Chuck is here.
And finally, we have Fletch.
Twig is in the house.
And previously on the High or Lows podcast, our group had ventured back to their starting point in the hopes of finding a water source. They had noticed that the bodies of both the kobolds and rats they'd originally fought were now missing from the scene. They investigated the northern tunnel and discovered it sloped downward and felt cooler as they descended. The tunnel eventually led to a submerged tunnel network, and after a quick inspection, the group gathered what water they could, but after noticing something moving in the depths below them, they decided to leave the area quickly. They ventured back to their campsite and prepared some mushroom stew using their gathered materials. Thistle noticed she was unable to consume the food and also unable to sleep, which remains an unsolved mystery for now. Towards the end of the rest, Thistle heard multiple footsteps approaching the camp, so she roused the party as they prepared to greet these mystery guests. And this is where we will begin. What are you guys doing as you're being woken up?
Roll initiative.
I mean, we can roll initiative if you guys aren't doing anything specific.
I'm just getting up, getting armed, getting ready.
Okay.
I am going to cast a cantrip. Illusion.
What
And I'm going to put a few shiny coins just in the entranceway. Maybe it'll hold them up.
Okay. That you can definitely do that. So you start casting out of that's got like you're probably sort of muttering some. It's probably got a verbal component. So you're muttering a little incantation to you. And as
a bit of fleece.
Yeah. As you're doing that, we will roll initiative because they will be able to hear a spell being cast. I think because they're listening out for your group. So yeah, we'll get initiative rolls.
Hang on a sec.
That would be a 7.
18.
7 for Callum, 18 for Chuck,
5 for Thistle.
5 for Thistle. Just Baracus, Tweak.
Brachis, 3.
3.
We're rolling well.
Wrapping up my armor. Up the
Yeah.
noise.
Yeah, you have all of you have rolled below 10, except for Chuck and maybe Tweak. And Tweak, what's your initiative?
14.
14, excellent.
At least a couple of us rolled above 10.
Couple of you. Sure. Okay, so you guys are sort of getting into position. The start of initiative, a figure sort of rounds around the corner and looks at the group and casts a spell. And I need everyone to make a dexterity save.
That would be a 19 here.
19, you pass.
16 for Thistle.
You pass.
6.
6. 6, you get lit up in violet light.
Wow.
Baracus? 18. You pass, and Chuck?
18.
You pass. So the only one lit up is Tweak. But that figure, so they're a dark-skinned, skinny, tall, elven figure. They dart back around the corner, and then another one comes and does the exact same thing, and I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
20.
Well, damn you.
14.
You don't get lit up a second time.
I got 14 as well.
Okay. And Baracus and Chuck.
16 for me.
16, and Chuck.
What?
Another dexterity save.
That's such a pain in the ass. 13.
Okay, you all passed. Damn, these low saves. But hey, level 1 combat. Or level 2 combat, should I say. They see them muttering under their breath, disappointed with the result, and they duck back around the corner. At which point you hear a bunch more footsteps getting into place. but nothing happens. Chuck, you're up. So your guys are back in this cave. The tunnel they're coming down is ahead of you and to the left. At the moment, you don't have clear sight of them, but obviously you saw these two figures run in and cast this spell on you.
But I can't see them anymore.
No, they've run back around the corner.
Okay, well, I will ready a... How far are they up the tunnel?
You're not sure, but like there's a few different footsteps, and you hear them sort of. Some are fairly close, some are not. Some are a bit further away.
Probably ready firebolt and then try to find some cover.
There is no cover, unless you get cover
Okay.
behind someone. You can take cover behind someone though.
I'll take cover behind Callum.
Okay. Tweak.
And I'll ready firebolt.
Ready firebolt for just the first thing that you see coming through.
Yep.
Okay. Tweak. You're lit up in this violet light. You see Chuck hiding behind Callum. What would you like to do?
I will hold a ray of frost for the first thing that comes around that corner also.
Okay. Absolutely. Okay. You hear some footsteps. Callum.
I'll move a bit closer, trying to keep Chuck behind me, giving him as much cover as I can, but I will move up towards the tunnel, but maybe just around the corner so they don't have a clear shot on me. And I'll take the dodge action.
Taking the dodge action. Okay. Thistle.
I'm going to start to create like a bit of a ghostly spectral hand and have that as a readied action.
Okay, so you're just doing readying a cantrip as well?
Yes.
Okay, and Baracus.
I'm going to put my back against the wall. The wall from the side that they seem to be ducking behind.
They're kind of up
Yeah.
next to me, maybe?
Yeah, that's where Callum is, essentially.
Sure, yep. But kind of just not bunching up, kind of keeping a bit of distance as well from Callum. And we'll dodge while doing that.
Okay. So at this point, you hear a battle cry, and then charging around the corner is a very stocky dwarf covered, that's very pale, albino almost, covered in these red tattoos, wielding these two hand axes, and they come charging in, and they're going to go for the one that's lit up in violet. Callum, you will get an attack of opportunity as they charge towards Tweak.
Not before I shoot my
And
ray of frost.
and all your shots are going to go off, the 3 held actions.
That would miss. I rolled a 2.
Yes.
You rolled a 2?
Indeed.
21.
That'll hit.
I got a 19.
That will hit. And Chuck, you do a hit as well.
20.
That hits. So the 3 cantrips hit, but the attack of opportunity doesn't.
3 damage from my ray of frost, and his speed is reduced.
Okay.
8 fire damage.
8, 3, so 11. And how much from you, Liz?
6 of my chill. 6 damage of my chill touch.
Okay. Very good, very good. So this dwarf comes in charging with his with his hand axe in each hand. He's going to go for Tweak, and that is a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
You take 2 slashing damage. I rolled a 1 on the damage. So, and then going in for a bonus action with their second hit, and that is only an 11 to hit.
That will miss.
That will miss. And so he's just roaring, just cracks you with 1 and takes a swing, and you just duck under it. And that's the end of his turn, and he's basically right in the thick of this. Great. At the end of his turn, the two dark-skinned elves from before are going to run in. They're going to go for the first person they see, which is Callum. So they're going to be swinging at you with disadvantage with their scimitars. That's an 8 plus 3, so that's only an 11 to hit you, Callum.
Yep, that'll miss.
And the second one's going to come in and try to engage. So basically, they're not going to be able to flank on you. Oh, actually, I think the second one would be able to flank on you, but then, like, Baracus, you're going to be able to flank on him.
Gotcha.
So this is a straight roll, and that's worse. That's a miss.
That's what I like to hear.
Okay. So that happens. And then three more figures come in. These appear to be humans. And they just charge in with like a bit of a battle cry, and they're all carrying a spear with a couple more spears on their back. And there's 3 of them, and they're going to. Tweak's got cover behind him, so they're going to go for. One's going to go for Tweak because he's lit up, so they're still going to get advantage, and one's going to go for the other 2 casters. So Tweak, that's going to be a 20 to hit you. But you have half cover, so okay. So that's 4 damage, and then one spear coming at Thistle with an 18 to hit.
That hits.
No, this is Thistle, not Tweak. So 18 hits you, Thistle.
Yes.
Ooh, that's 7 damage, and one going for Chuck. But that's only a 6 to hit. And that's their turn. So basically, these. Three humans have run in throwing spears as well. You've got these 2 elves swinging scimitars, and you've got this dwarf going berserk with these 2 hand axes. Chuck, it is your turn.
So, is anyone in melee, or am I still in range?
No one's in melee with you. They've thrown spears at you. There's someone in melee with Tweak and Baracus and Callum.
Okay, so I will take out the one next to Tweak. He's probably the weakest melee fighter, so I will Mind Sliver it.
You're going to Mind Sliver the dwarf?
Yes. So
Okay.
It is a intelligence save.
That's a 15.
Yeah. 6. Wow, they have pretty decent saves still.
Okay, so that was your turn. You missed the Mind Sliver. Are you going to do... Chuck, are you going to do any movement or anything?
I'm just going to try and move away from all of the people.
You can, like, the cave you're in isn't huge. You can back towards a corner and get a bit of distance away from the guys swinging swords, for sure, and the spear guys, but you won't be able to get a huge amount of distance.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. All right, Tweak, you have a dwarf swinging these hand axes at you. What would you like to do?
I am going to shoot him in the face with a ray of frost.
So it will be a disadvantage, but he's not. He is wearing armor, but not a huge amount of armor.
You know what? I'm going to disengage.
That is an action.
That's fine. I'll disengage and run as far away from those dwarves as I can.
There's only one dwarf, and you won't be able to get very far
Why not?
because the cave you're in is quite small. You can either run towards the spear throwers, run towards the back of the wall. You might be able to get 15 feet of distance between you and the dwarf. You're in a smallish cave where you've been camping, and he's right in the middle of it.
But the guys in between me and the dwarf and the spearman, if I'm 15 meters into the...
You can back away like a 15 feet towards a wall, but then, yeah, like the dwarf will still be able to catch up with you.
Yeah, but you'll have to pass everybody else in the group.
No.
Am I just standing out in the middle of the hallway by myself?
You were on watch. You were sort of in the middle of the cave. Sort of towards sort of in the middle-ish of this campsite area.
Okay, but where am I in proximity to the other group?
Like,
The rest of the group?
I'm like right at the entrance to the cave itself, and Baracus isn't too far from me.
You're at most 15 feet away from everyone. The spear throwers are probably about 25 feet away from you.
Okay, I'll just shoot him with the ray of frost.
Okay, so that's at disadvantage.
That will be 8.
8 will miss, unfortunately, as he sort of deflects it with his hand axe. Okay. So at this point, Another dark-skinned elf is going to come in. This one is actually holding a hand crossbow. They're going to evaluate the scene. And they definitely do seem to be evaluating, and they take a shot at Chuck. And that is a 14 to hit.
14 does not hit because I cast shield.
You cast shield.
And a magical barrier appears.
Okay. And this one actually ducks back around after yelling something out in Elvish. A bunch of you would speak Elvish, right?
Not I.
Anyone speak Elvish?
No.
Right, if no one speaks Elvish, no one knows what he said. Okay, Callum, you're up. And then he ducks back around the corner. Okay, Callum, you have these two scimitar people swinging at you, as well as these spear throwers a bit away, and the dwarf probably about 10, 15 feet away.
I am going to hold my ground where I am, and I might hold an action to when I see Baracus move, I'm going to take a swing.
Okay, that's fine. When you see Baracus move, yeah, that's fine. We can do that. Thistle.
Okay. I'm gonna go for the dwarf and hit him with my chill touch again.
Okay, roll the hit.
Does the 13 hit?
Just hits.
Oh, lucky. And that's 7 damage.
7 damage. He's looking hurt.
He gets slapped in the face.
He goes, "Ah, oh." Does anyone speak Dwarvish?
I think I do.
He yells, "I'll get you next."
Yeah, good luck.
Okay, that was Thistle. Baracus, you're up.
Okay. So I think I'm flanking an unfortunate individual with Callum.
Yep.
But it's not a dwarf, is it?
No, it's one of the dark-skinned elves.
Fresh combatant. Okay. Yeah, they
The
look
dwarf's only
dangerous.
10 feet away from you, but you would take an attack of opportunity to engage.
Engage to move. Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to attack the thing next to me,
Okay.
holding my longsword with 2 hands, taking a swing, and 20 to hit
That hits.
and 12 damage.
12 damage. Do you roll max damage or something? Or very good damage.
Yeah, well, very close to it.
Fair enough. Well, yeah, you crack him with your sword and he just gets cut down, falls. He is finito.
Move for this.
And then you've got your movement.
Yeah, I might. Am I able to move to to flank an opponent?
I mean, you could
without
move to
kind of-
engage the dwarf now.
Yep. If I want to incur attack of opportunity, I will do that.
Yeah, absolutely. There's nothing around you, and the dwarf is probably the next closest thing for you.
In a way, I'm glad I held my action the way I did, because as Baracus moves off, I attack the guy next to me.
Perfect.
Yep, take a swing.
That is a nat 20.
Okay.
Not a massive one. 4 plus 4, so that's 8 damage.
8 damage. He looks hurt. Says some, like he says some obscenity in Elvish. That's your turn, Baracus?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. It is the dwarf's turn, and they're just going to keep swinging at Tweak. That's a 17 to hit.
That hits.
That's 6 damage.
I'm out.
You go down, and then he swings with his offhand axe at Baracus, and that is a 16 to hit.
That hit.
It's 3 damage.
Oof.
As he swings to try and hit. He looks quite badly hurt, though. Okay, that's his turn. They're dead. The spear throwers will now take up their spears. They've been given orders that they're going to send spears at... 2 are going to go at Thistle, 1 is going to go at Chuck. Thistle, that's a 1 and a 2 on the dice. They're going to go wide. Chuck,
Yeah.
that's a 4 on the dice. Plus 3 is 7. That's a miss. So they just send 3 spears that go wide, and all of a sudden they look nervous. Okay. So Chuck, you're up. The three people have just thrown their spears at you and missed terribly, and are down to their last spear as they look a bit nervous. And Chuck, you're up.
Okay. So, can I, like, they're further out into the tunnel, right?
No, they're in the cave with you, but not in the camp part of the cave.
But like not near the rest of the party, right? Like
No,
further out in.
they're throwing spears.
Okay. And where's Callum located?
Callum is still sort of near the entrance, surrounded by the bodies of these 2 drows.
They're already dead?
2 of them are.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Fog Cloud.
Oh no, one is,
I'm gonna-
one is, one's not. Sorry.
Oh, okay. So he is behind me or in front of me?
They're all in front of you. Nothing's behind you. 'Cause you know a wall behind you.
Okay. And what about the others? Can I cast Fog Cloud but not cover the rest, but cover Callum and the 3 spear people?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, yeah. So I want to like have the Fog Cloud cover Callum, the Drow, and the 3 spear people.
Okay, absolutely, you can do that.
Cool.
Yep. Cool. Tweak. Death saving throw.
Dear. 7.
That is 1 in the fail column.
Do I add my constitution to that?
No, that's just only monks at level 14 get bonus to death saving throws. Or if you were blessed, you would. But no, none of this is the case right now. Okay. So, you cast Fog Cloud. Okay. Callum, you're up. You still have this 1 drow, and you are now currently in the Fog Cloud with it.
Perfect. Exactly where I want to be. I yell out, thanks, Chuck. Thistle, see if you can take care of Tweak.
Yes, I'll rush back to him when I can.
And I will take a swing at this drow with advantage.
Yes, you will.
That would be 21, and that would be 9 damage.
9 damage. You cut him down.
And
Falls in the fog.
then I would approach the spearmen and kind of stand upright with them.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. Okay, it's Callum. Thistle.
I'm going to pull away from the fight, and I'm going to attempt to tweak, and I'm going to cast a 1st level Cure Wounds to him.
Yeah, so technically you are walking towards the fight because he is still right next to the dwarf.
Alright, well, I'm still walking. Sorry, I thought he fell back. All good. So that's 1d8. That's 7. That's 3, so that's he gains 10 health back.
10 health. Okay, so anything else, Liz?
I'm
Yes,
just gonna
yeah.
look after Tweak, and then I'll resume the fight next round.
Okay. Baracus.
Okay. I also fight pretty well, not being able to see.
So you and the dwarf are not in the fog cloud.
Not in the fog cloud, but yeah, okay. But I can get in there later. But I've got a dwarf right next to me, so let's
Yeah.
deal
But
with him first.
also the light is gone. You're no longer lit up. Tweak. Yeah, so you can take a swing at the dwarf.
Sure. Swing. 17 to hit.
17 hits.
Yep, and 17 damage. 7 damage, actually.
Yeah, bad to say. Level 2, 17 damage. Yeah, he takes that like champ. I mean, he looks hurt. Another couple of hits like that, or one big one, and he's going down. Anything else for your turn?
That's me.
Okay. Back to him, and he is going to take a couple of swings with his hand axe at you. He just swings at whatever's in front of him at this point. That's a 2 on the dice. That'll miss. And then his offhand axe is also a 2. Rolling some duds tonight. Okay.
More than you can chew, fellas.
It's the spear fella's turn. One of them is engaged with... Sorry?
Sorry, not to interrupt, but Hail of Spores probably would have gone off.
He didn't move.
He starts his turn there, though.
Oh, if he starts his turn, yeah, you can do that, Liz.
Oh, good. So that started.
So roll it.
I do 1d4 necrotic damage, and I rolled a 3.
Do I do a check? Do I do a save?
You do a con saving throw.
I pass.
Okay, so you miss it.
Yeah, I got a 21. Yeah, so just be ready to call those out.
Yep.
Okay, so the spear people up. They're gonna. One of them is just gonna try to engage with Callum, so they're gonna be swinging at disadvantage. That's in that one. They drop their spear and have to circle around you and pick it up. They're fumbling around in the fog trying to get it. The other two are going to charge out of the fog and they're going to descend on Callum. Not Callum, Chuck.
The first one that moves out of position, I will take a swing at advantage.
No, you didn't say you engaged more than one, but if you did engage more than one, then one of them would just try to go for you then.
Oh, okay. I thought they were like all three standing next to each other.
There's definitely no way to engage all three, but you could definitely engage 2 of them.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I was trying to put myself in the middle of them as much as possible.
They would have to be in a in a curve, in a bend formation to do that. Not even a straight line, you couldn't do that. So one of them will take another swing with you at disadvantage, and that is a 12. That'll miss.
Yep.
And the other one is going to go charge ahead and go for Chuck. So that is a 16.
I shield again.
Cast shield again, and now you've got this guy with a spear in your face. And it is your turn.
I will mind sliver it.
The spear fellow.
Yes.
Okay. That is a 11. Actually, 11.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely a fail. I think it's a D6, right?
Yeah, it's a D6 for Mind Sliver.
5 psychic damage to the person, and he also loses 4 from his next save.
Okay. That's Chuck and Tweak.
Get myself off the ground, and I will. So the dwarf is dead yet?
Nope.
I'm gonna kill him.
Still up.
I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost right on his face.
So it would still be a
The
disadvantage.
nat 20. God damn it. Natural 1. Yeah.
Bad luck, man.
Sorry. Are you just gonna stay there? You've got like Thistle there, but you're still toe to toe with the dwarf. But he seems to be focused on Baracus right now.
Yep. Oh. I mean, he's still in. How did I get the disadvantage?
Because you're still in melee with him. He hasn't moved from when he knocked you out, and neither of you.
So I can't get away from him.
No.
That's fine. I'll stay there.
Okay. So moving out of the fog, and no one heard him coming. He took his last round of stealth. The drow with the hand crossbow pops out and takes a shot at Thistle with advantage and gets a nat 20.
That hits.
Good on
So
him.
I need a.
Why does he get advantage?
because he stealthed through the fog, and then he popped out, and no one could see him. Well, he wasn't like.
But
To be fair, Callum would have known where he was the whole time, but he wasn't. He went around the spear people, and he took his turn to he took last round to sneak around and position himself. So that's 6 piercing damage and a con saving throw, Liz. Liz?
15.
15?
Yes.
Okay, you pass. You just take the 6 piercing damage, and they're now on the edge of the fog cloud with their hand crossbow. Callum, you have these 2 spear people with you.
So he's on the very edge of the fog cloud.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go to the edge of the fog cloud then, inside, and attack him with advantage.
Okay.
That's a nat 20.
Okay, that hits.
I love advantage.
Good on you.
That's 8 plus 4, so that's 12 damage to him.
12 damage. Okay, so that's your turn. Are you staying there?
I will indeed stay there, yeah.
Okay. Thistle.
I'm going to channel my druidic magic a little bit more, and I'm going to activate my symbiotic entity.
Okay, so as you activate your symbiotic entity, Liz, Thistle, all the mushrooms covering your body start to move and bubble and fuse, and all of a sudden your body gets coated with this slick coating of mushrooms, and it covers the full skin, your face and everything. And that is your bonus action or action?
That's my action.
Okay, yeah, so you basically have this covering your whole body now, and you feel empowered. And what would you still have your movement and bonus action?
I'm going to move closer into the battle and join Baracus and Callum.
Okay, Brax and Callum are in different locations.
Oh,
You're
moving
very
forward to the
close.
entrance of the cage.
Okay.
Okay, sorry, yes.
So if you do that, you'll take an attack of opportunity. Oh, you could probably skirt around the dwarf. Yeah, okay.
I'll
You can
skirt
skirt
around
around the dwarf. And who are you going for? There's the drow, or there's the spear person taking on Chuck.
I'd like to finish off the dwarf if possible.
Okay, so the dwarf's 10 feet away from you. So you take a 5-foot step and you're engaged with the dwarf.
Easy.
Baracus.
So I will continue attacking this dwarf in front.
Okay.
The 21 to hit.
That hits.
Good hit, and it's 10 slashing damage.
And slashing damage, and he looks hurt. You just standing your ground?
Yeah, I'm quite far away from the fog cloud, as I understand it.
Okay. You're about 15 feet away from it.
15, yeah, okay. So I was just kind of thinking of circling around and getting in a better position, but that the fog cloud won't help right now, so that's fine. I'll stand my ground.
Okay. So it is the dwarf's turn. Liz, are you going to do your Halo of Spores?
Yes, I am.
Okay, it gets a 14. Is that a fail or a pass?
I think it passes.
Okay, so that would be no damage.
Mhm.
And it's going to just continue swinging at whatever's in front of him, which happens to be Baracus. So that's only a 12 to hit.
No.
Whereas that is a 16 plus 3, so 19 on his offhand swing.
Oh, offhand hits me.
For 4 damage. But he does look like he's going down soon. Okay, so the spear guys. Yeah, they're going to charge through the fog cloud and go for Chuck. I will say that you can have an attack of opportunity on one of them, Callum.
Yeah, I will take a swipe, just in case. Ooh, that's only an 11.
Just misses.
Bugger.
Okay, so these 3 are all going to take a little poke at Chuck. That's an 11. Then that's a 10. And that's a 15 plus 3.
Yeah, last one hits.
Last one. So it's only 1 hit for 3 damage. the tanking sorcerer.
Okay.
That's their turn. Chuck.
Spear guy still there?
Yeah, you got 3 spear guys on you right now.
Oh, Jesus. Why am I the one tanking? Mind Sliver. Same guy.
Which one? One of the spear
The one
guys?
that has the one that has the just like the -4 to his save.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Oh yeah, he fails.
Maximum damage 6. Psychic. Is he dead?
Not quite, but he looks like that's
Okay,
hurt
well,
him.
he takes -1 from the next one.
Okay. Tweak. Still have this dwarf in front of you, but he looking hurt.
I know, like, can only shoot magic. I don't have any weapons.
Yeah, why don't you give him a dagger or a club or something? Or you maybe didn't ask for a dagger. There are daggers going around.
Oh, he's definitely got a dagger. I remember him taking one from Chuck, and Chuck not being very happy about that.
I do. In that case, I will attack him with. I'll pull the dagger out.
Yeah.
And just sort of like slash him away from me.
Yeah, you can roll with advantage because you've currently got his back.
20. So
Not
19 plus 1.
Yeah, nice.
And I will.
It would be more than
Dang.
that. It would be plus proficiency plus dex.
Because I'm looking at unarmed strike. You're right, sorry.
Anyway, it hits.
But yeah,
So
20. Yeah, you're right. 22.
roll your damage. So D4 plus dex.
5 stab damage.
All right. So basically, he's been whirling around with his hand axes. He knocked you out, then he whirled around to take on Baracus. Thistle's moved in to engage, and he's very well distracted by all these things. And then you move in with your dagger, and you just jam it straight into the side of his knee, and he just crumples down, just going down. He's done.
I like to think that like I know his arteries or whatever that runs down the back of his leg. I just like hit one of those little vital arteries.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay. So at this point, the hand crossbow wielder casts a spell. Everything goes dark, and they move away. Callum,
Which way does he move?
towards the out to the tunnel.
He's like gone out of the tunnel as well, like into it.
Yeah, he's moved towards the tunnel. You heard him move.
I'll.
Does he stop to pick up the illusionary gold in the ground?
I think that's gone because you feel unconscious.
No, all the gold's gone. Is he still within the fog cloud? Like, I'll just stick my head around.
The darkness is overarching the fog cloud now.
Okay, and he's still in it. Like, I can see him if he's within 20.
How big's fog cloud again? Is that 20-foot cube or sphere?
Radius. So they're both the same size, I think.
Yep.
Well, if he's still within, I'm going to try and oh no.
Yeah, he's still within.
Did he look badly hurt?
Not really.
Yeah, fair enough.
Not that you can really tell.
And I know the spearman rushed past me, so I'll just kind of swear and go running towards where I think the spearman would have gone.
Yep. Well, you heard him all go towards Chuck.
Yeah, so yep, I'll run towards Chuck.
Okay.
If I can get up a flanking position with one of them, that would be perfect.
Yep.
And that would be 24
Hits.
for 7 damage.
7 damage. Okay, that's your turn.
That would be it. Yep.
Okay. And Thistle.
Yes.
Dwarf has gone down. You just have these 3 spear people wailing on Chuck.
I'm going to go after them. So I'll continue moving forward towards Chuck, and I will use my chill touch on the one
Yeah.
to Chuck's right.
So if you're going to move, you wouldn't use chill touch because chill touch is a ranged attack. I mean, you can move a little bit closer without getting the
Yeah,
disadvantage.
that's what I meant.
Yeah, but you're 10 feet away from them. So actually, if you move closer, you will be at disadvantage. You're right.
yeah.
You're in the middle of the cave. They're just off to the side. It's not a big cave you're in.
Okay, no, that's cool. So that's 14 a hit,
Hits.
and the damage for that. That's 4 damage.
Okay. Instead, that's the one that Callum is engaged with, so it takes the
Yes.
damage. Okay. Anything else?
That's it for this turn.
Okay. Baracus.
Okay. One enemy in front of me has just fallen because Tweak has
down.
brought down. There's a couple.
It's 10 feet away from you. There's the spear people start, and they're surrounding Chuck. But then
Okay,
Callum is
so-
also there.
Callum and Thistle have kind of flanked one of them. Can I not go for that one?
Thistle
but I'll
hasn't
get
flanked one. Thistle is Callum and Chuck are flanking one. You can move around and try to flank another one.
another one. Yeah, that's what
The
I'll
last
do.
one won't. The last one will be unflankable, but they've already been hurt because they're against a wall.
Okay. I'll get into a flank position there. So it's 14 to hit.
That hits.
Ooh, and max damage. So it 13 damage.
13 damage. So they've all taken a bit of damage now. Okay. And you staying there?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, it is now their turn. So Thistle, you can use your ability on one of them.
Yeah, I'll use my ability.
Okay. So this Halo of Spores, you basically, at this point, because the mushroom's done on your body, you're just like squirting out this little spray of mushroom juice in the direction of this person. They
good.
fail, so roll your damage.
Yeah, so that's 2d6, I think it is. Oh no, sorry, 2d4s. That's 5 damage.
5 damage. Still up, but he looks very badly hurt. Okay. At this point, they're just going to continue wailing on Chuck because that's who they've been ordered to go for. That's a 2. That's another. What the hell? I'm rolling. I think I've rolled 25% 2s this combat.
I'm not
That's
complaining.
an 20.
Chuck has cast a spell called Roll Twos.
Great spell. Great spell. I should not have allowed that.
Unfortunately, it occasionally also allows you to roll a 20 because there's a 2 in it.
But it's only 8 damage as this spear basically just gets jammed into your side.
I mean, Chuck is still pretty hurt though.
Yeah, I mean, you're a sorcerer. You don't have a lot of hit points.
That's correct.
It is your turn, though. You are currently surrounded by these 3 spear people, but they are all hurt to varying degrees.
I'm going to disengage and run into the flock.
Okay, you can definitely do that. Tweak, you are no longer in melee with anyone now. You see these 3 spear people, and Chuck has just sort of done a flourish with his dagger and just sort of blocked his way as these away, and now basically they're surrounded by Baracus, Callum, and Thistle.
I will cast Ray of Frost against the one who looks the most injured.
Okay, that's the one. That's the one that Baracus just hit. And
You
Thistle,
need to chill. And I cast it, and I cast 21.
21 hits.
4 frosty damage.
Yeah, you blast him out with this ray of frost, and he just you just see him hold at his heart as it appears to stop, and he falls down dead.
Frozen style.
Okay, is that anything else with your turn?
That's it.
You guys hear footsteps running away down the tunnel. Callum, you're still flanking. Oh no, you're no longer flanking with one because Chuck moved away.
Okay, and he took out the one that Baracus was hitting. So am I able to move around one to... Oh no, because it's
There's no one to
Thistle's
flank
not in. Yeah, that's cool. I'll still move around and give people opportunities to flank with me, but the one that... I'll just hit the one that's most damage out of the rest though.
Okay.
20 to hit, and that
hits.
would be 10 damage, max damage.
Max damage. Yeah, he goes down. Just stab him with your short sword.
Yep, straight in the ribs.
And just falls dead. It's your turn?
That's me.
Thistle, there's only one left.
I'm gonna slap it around with my chill touch.
Okay, roll the hit. Just so you know, in your symbiotic form, you're kind of better off doing melee attacks, but you're cool.
I don't have a great melee weapon, but I just get that up because I get extra HP.
Yeah, but when you hit, you do extra poison damage, so...
Oh, I know, yeah. That 18?
18 hits.
7 damage.
7 damage, and so you reach out with your chill touch and just send this necrotic blast of energy at him, and you just see the light go out of his eyes. He is dead. Okay, so that is all of them dead. You're not going to catch the other guy, so
No.
none of you. Well, he's already 90 feet away, and none of you in the dark, and none of you guys have any special speed powers that I'm aware of.
I do, but I can't cast them.
Yeah, like if you had a monk or a rogue, you might have a chance.
Give me a level, and I'll catch him.
But unfortunately, yeah, with Zephyr Strike, or something like that. Yeah, but unfortunately, don't see a way where you can currently catch this individual. So we are out of initiative.
Get their loot. Could be useful. And I'll start rummaging through the dwarf's pockets and...
So the dwarf is not wearing much at all, but does have 3 hand axes on them.
I'll take one of these.
And is essentially just wearing this hide armor. Otherwise.
Does it look like it would fit me? Maybe a bit of trimming and tailoring, it could get to size?
Potentially, yeah. You look over and the spear throwers are also wearing hide armor as well.
Yeah, I claim the dwarf armor. It's stinky, but it'll do the job.
It'll be a little bit big on you, like around the shoulders, but you might be able to, like, if you have some time to be able to take it in, you might be able to do some work on it.
Mm-hmm. It's a hide, you said, yeah?
It is hide, yeah. At the moment, I feel like I think it's going to be hide that causes you a disadvantage on stealth checks for now, but once you get it taken in, because you're just tripping over it a little bit.
Yep, that's cool.
What about the 2 drow that we fought at the entrance?
They seem to just be wearing normal leather armor, and they were both wielding a scimitar.
Okay, so that at least gives a few weapon options for people.
Yeah, and between the spear throwers, that's a total of 9 spears and 3 more sets of hide armor.
Could we potentially use one of those spears, lop the head off, and just make a quarterstaff for Thistle?
Yes, these spears are essentially bits of mushroom wood with a sharp bit of bone tied to the end.
I like the sounds of that.
I'll trade you a scimitar for 3 axes.
You want with 3 axes?
Would the spearman's hide armor fit me a bit better? Because human to human.
Yeah. Like between all of them, they would definitely fit you, and they were mostly killed with magic. Like you did a couple of stab attacks, but they're pretty clean. Baracus did 1 big slashing attack with his sword against one, so 1 set of the armor is a little bit damaged, but it could still be like repaired.
Actually, you know what? Someone else take the hide. I just had a look at it. Leather's better for me.
If you got decent decks, it would be.
Yeah, exactly.
Could I wear the hide?
So you're quite large. You probably need to do a little, like you'd probably be able to put it on and stretching. I'm gonna say you would also have disadvantage on stealth because it's just like it's too tight for you. But if you have some time to sort of take it out and use some of the other pieces, you'll be able to negate that.
Well, I might just collect it for now, and then I might do some sewing a bit later next time that we find a place to settle.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can have the other half of my hide armor.
Oh no, you keep it.
But yeah,
No.
with
I don't
tweaks,
need it.
would the tweaks cut off sections be enough to fix Thistles?
You probably need like a little bit more. Like you take the damage section as well. It's not good armor. It's pretty like slapdash. Like it won't take a huge amount to sort of time to sort of pull this apart and restitch it so it fits you a bit better. Because it's not fine armor at all. It's just animal skins treated and stitched together to give some armor.
No, that's cool.
Now, the individual with the crossbow, he was wearing a fine chain shirt.
Yeah, the bastard.
And yeah, you can gather that this individual was some sort of a leader because they did bark a couple of orders. But you've got a good haul. 2 scimitars, 3 hand axes, 9 spears, one of which you're just knocking the head off and turning into a quarterstaff.
Well, I don't want these hand axes, but I could take a scimitar. So if you want the hand axes, I'll take a scimitar.
I think it's not mine. It is ours. You should share these around. Whoever needs them should take them.
Well, I'll just take it off the table.
I'd take it. My short sword's just better quality than these scimitars, if anything.
Scimitars look like they're not rusty. They're serviceable weapons, but they look like they've had a few owners and sort of handed over, and like the best of the worst sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm fine with my short sword then.
Give me a history or an investigation check.
Who's that?
You could do it too. You do it at advantage, Tweak, if you're looking at the scimitar.
13 for me, but let's see if Tweak gets better.
History or
Investigation. You have advantage.
Oh yeah. Wow. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, there's something
19.
So 19. Okay, so Callum, when you're looking at it, you're like, this isn't an elven scimitar. I'm not exactly sure, but it's a bit nasty. It's definitely nastier than elven make. Tweak, you go to pick up one. It's like, oh, this is a goblin scimitar. I've seen many of these.
This is goblin make. Crude but effective. If the stabbing doesn't kill you or the slashing, the tetanus definitely will.
Well, you're welcome to take it. I might just take one of those hand axes if that's alright. It'd be nice to have something just to throw if I need to.
Yeah, well, I mean, the spears and the hand axes do have the same range, funnily enough.
Yeah, just different damage type. I'll strapping one of those hand axes to my side. Don't really have a belt, but maybe a leather.
And now, you did almost finish your long rest, so some of you are still just got that last little bit of sleep. Basically, just need to go back to bed for an hour, and then you will complete your long rest.
1 hour.
Oh, I'm tired.
Sounds
I'm
like a plan.
having a rest.
Oh.
Oh wait, it's my watch.
Yeah, keep up, little buddy. Let us know if
I can
anything
keep you
comes.
company.
All right, I'll stay up. I'm up now.
Yeah, you stay up, Tweak. You sort of having a look at the scimitar, wondering how old it might have been, what generation, like, because the goblins left these tunnels a long time ago. Like, half a century ago, they were kicked out of these tunnels by something. They don't like to talk about it.
I'm going to place the scimitar in front of me and take a bit of the hide and wrap it around and try to maybe do some incantations around the scimitar and watch it glow a little bit and see if I can alter it and give it a +1 using my ability.
Oh yeah, with your infusions, you would be able to do that. Yes, you'd lose. You might lose another. Well, you wouldn't have any in play yet, so yeah. Well, do you have 2 infusions now? Theoretically, you could infuse your armor as well.
That's right. So I'll do that with the armor as well. It takes a little while. I'll do that just using mending a spell and trying to rip off some of the areas and mend the sides, the frayed corners and sleeves, and try to get to a good fit.
And while you're doing this, it takes about 20 minutes, and then you have a thought. I know what's needed for my machine. And you know that it's only going to be a short little bit of time, and you can finish your companion machine.
These will make nice straps. I needed that to tie the legs and give them strength, and the pulleys.
You say as you grab the tongues out of the drow, the fallen drow. No, I'm just kidding.
No, that sounds great. Nice and stretchy.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, so you go over and you sort of like work on your go back to working on your machine, and it doesn't take very long. Like it seems to all start clicking now, and you've got a few extra bits. You sort of grab a little bit of you just grab like a finger here, and like you're just hacking it off with this new hand axe, and just like it all starts to work. There's not too many body parts in this machine, but there's not 0. And the long rest ends, and you are all level 3. And I think this is where we'll end this episode of the Higher Lows podcast. And we'll hopefully catch you all next week to see what level 3 holds for our adventurers. That's it for this episode of the Higher Lows podcast. If you'd like to get in touch, you can find us on Twitter at Higher Lows with underscores between the words, or you can find me at Feebster.
Thanks for listening to this episode. If you enjoyed listening, please leave us a 5-star rating and review, which is one of the best ways you can support us. You can also join the discussion on our Reddit and Facebook pages, or even our Discord server, and maybe play some games with us. Links can be found in the description below. Special thanks to Sirenscape for the background audio and Alex McPherson for providing the opening theme. I hope you can all join us next time as we continue on our adventure.